Go down to the wall and bathe in the light, oh my love. Oh my love. Angels who sing, whisper words of the heart as I'm holding you close. Keep a shelter from the dark, oh my love. Oh my love. Hold your breath and dive into the dead. Don't fight it, take my hand and I'll keep you safe.
About it. Yeet.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit.
Dude, I get stuck looking at the. I get stuck every single show looking at the intro. Like, damn, that's awesome. The way it builds up, I love.
I'm not even gonna lie, just because I'm getting in that headbanging mode for tonight, man. There was that big part of me that was depressed that it stopped.
No, because it was fitting to drop.
Yeah, it was, bro. Every time I listen to that song every morning, opening at 5 a.m. That song always popped in.
Speaking of dropping, somebody dropped into SmackDown tonight.
Speaking of dropping, just so we can bounce off of last night, somebody dropped the ball.
It's depressingly funny.
Hey, good thing this is called Bad Blood, huh?
Oh shit. I can't wait for tomorrow night, bro. It's going to be such a fucking epic show. I think this is going to be a very hyped show as far as what happens, because they're fixing to start building every single live episode and PLE all the way to January 1st, dude. It's fixing to fucking get hyped.
Hey, yeah, speaking of that, looking to the future, how about Carmelo Hayes wanting to talk about facing LA Knight at possibly WrestleMania?
Ooh.
Like, bro, that's nuts. That just tells me LA Knight might be U.S. champion until WrestleMania.
That's kind of what it sounded like.
It sounds.
I mean, that's the interpretation I got. I mean, it does to me too. I think LA Knight can make it work.
I love the idea.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree.
You put him in there, man. Shit, LA Knight U.S. Championship match in Vegas.
Come on. Oh yeah. And then, by the way, for everybody who cares, this week was the first broke out episode on CW of NXT, and it was lit.
You know what? I missed it. I missed it only because I was kind of just sitting around like, man, there's nothing on TV at like 6. So I turned on the video game, got into my college career because I finished up as a quarterback.
Right.
Well, it sucks, bro, because I converted that to Madden. You'll never believe who I got picked by in the first round.
Really?
As a quarterback.
Really? There's only 2 teams I can think of.
Go ahead.
Panthers or the Saints?
I got drafted 14th by the Saints, bro, and I swear to you, I couldn't do it. I went back to my college career.
Either, dude.
Bro, I went back to my college career, became a linebacker at the University of Tennessee. Now at the University of Oregon, because them uniforms are gas.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Hey, bro, quarterback, I was Michigan, LSU, Miami, and Kansas State graduate.
Bro, you went all over the place.
Yeah, all because I went to 4 different conferences, took over records for the season and in games for that. And, bro, I didn't win a national title, but I won a Heisman.
Fuck yeah.
So
I can't wait to get my box back, dude, and upgrade. Oh my god, I'm jonesing so bad to get on my box.
Hey, speaking of all that though, you seen what's dropping on the 16th. That DLC.
Oh yeah, I was reading about that last week. It's dropping
Bray
on the
Wyatt?
16th. Yeah.
Bro,
So on the 16th?
The updated Bray Wyatt character? Fuck yes.
I'm stoked
I'm
about
not
that.
gonna lie, man. Every time I'm playing it and I have to face off against him, it is really hard.
Yeah.
Because, bro, you know, like him not being here, like, damn, that shit still hits.
Yeah, he really connected with fans in a way that, like, you don't see. You know, you really don't.
You know, man, there's a lot of times, man, when we see his Wyatt 6, and it's just like, wow, he's not here.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of times, bro, like, I wish he was still here to live this.
He would be flipping out right now. Like, he would love this shit. Because he would actually be the sixth man in the Wyatt Six.
Well, he would be. And just,
yeah.
From what I understand, this was an original concept that he had come up with.
Yes, yes.
But
it wasn't just him and Bo Dallas.
No, it wasn't him and Bo. This is originally what it was supposed to be. But it's just like, wow, man. Like, could you imagine the stories that they could tell right now? Like, there's no way that with the Wyatt 6 being back, if you had Bray Wyatt in here right now, you had him in it, full, live and live in color. Oh, man, come on. You got to show the Bucks game again?
NFL Network?
Bad news not. Because I'm old. Every time wrestling goes off and it's 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, I turn the news on.
Right.
Worst time to do that. But back to what we were saying. It's so rough, bro, like seeing him, but it's so cool to see that they're doing this with his character.
Yeah, WWE, that's one thing I'll give props to WWE for. Like, a lot of people say, well, they don't do much. Like, bullshit. Like, the people that didn't leave the business and left it in a negative way or are living a negative life, like, WWE goes above and beyond to pay tribute to the people that paid tribute to their business. And Bray Wyatt, but from day one that he came into the business, paid tribute to it. And look, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to get better than what we've seen in the past. Excuse me, because you don't have that stale ass cracker fucking running the show.
Man,
speaking of the stale ass cracker and WWE, I'm only bringing this up because it's WWE, because we're on heel turn, we're not on plunder. But there was a report that Owen Hart's mother really came out and she literally condemned the documentary because none of them even contacted her based off of her words. And the report I read, they didn't contact her to even discuss any part of it. And she still to this day holds a grudge because Vince McMahon continued on with the show while her son's blood was all over the ring.
Yep. And it's
she
funny,
has that
bro,
right.
I've seen people trying to depict that, talking about it wasn't Owen Hart's blood. It was a bloodbath from the Brood earlier. But if you go and watch that pay-per-view, bro, that bloodbath happened. And if you look at the camera angle, you can see the entrance. So that means it is the left side of the ring coming from the ring. Way.
Yep.
Dude, I watched it. Right there.
Like, it was nuts. I was watching that pay-per-view.
Bro, that was actually the first ever WWE pay-per-view I got to watch.
Dude, it was insane. It was insane. It truly was insane. Truly was insane. Sad. Like, losing Bray Wyatt, losing Owen Hart, if you want to scale what it meant back then, because he was a heel. He was a good fucking heel. He played a face every now and then, but he was such a better heel than he was a baby face. but the relationship, the bond that the fan connects with the character, like it's almost the same kind of loss. And literally, just I mean, it didn't happen live in front of a bunch of people as far as Bray Wyatt was concerned, but like still is tragic of a loss in different ways. But like, wow, Owen Hart's loss was humongous. Like it was hard for me to continue to watch wrestling for a few weeks.
Yeah, but see, in my point of view on it, when you talk about Owen Hart, that was something that, man, really should have been fucking avoided. Could have been avoided. Had they stopped for a fucking second, they would have caught it.
That's why safety in everything you do is something you button down the hatches on before you even get started in your fucking venture. And that's to anybody doing anything in this world.
Yeah.
Safety above all, because nothing is worth losing your life. Nothing. Except your family.
Well, see, and like my whole thing on it is they even admitted to cutting costs. They even admitted that it was a cheaper harness. It was another type of hook. It was set up differently. He even said, you know, he didn't feel safe. And they still proceeded with, you know, you need to do it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot that can be said.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
what we got on the agenda tonight?
Well, you're talking Bad Blood, my man.
Ooh, tomorrow, Bad Blood. What is that? 7 p.m. Eastern start time?
6 p.m. Special start time.
Okay. So and now is that the pre-show?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's my thing. Maybe we're getting
I'll find out. Maybe we're
gonna get that 4-hour paper. Maybe we'll get that 4-hour pay-per-view. Because
if we get a 4-hour pay-per-view, bro, there's really a bunch of shit gonna happen.
Well, we're gonna get into that.
Good.
So let's dive in. Let's start off. Damian Priest takes on Finn Balor. Finally, man, Damian's getting his hands on Finn. And, you know, it's not, I don't know, it's not to be unexpected or as a surprise, but first and foremost, let me ask you, do we get Demon Finn?
You know, I'd love to see that. I don't think the feud is ready yet. I feel, first off, if you look back in history, he's always announced the Demon. He hasn't surprised it, from my recollection. It's always been an announced thing that the Demon was going to be there as opposed to Finn Balor. But as far as the feud goes,
if you think about it, though, he has teased it.
I mean, yeah, in a cryptic kind of way, absolutely, you could say that. But and as far as what I was going to say, as far as their feud right now, I don't think it's really. There's too much hurt instead of anger, you know. Right now, I think maybe getting away with this match, Damian Priest getting away with this match, you know, and taking the lead on this could lead to the Demon, you know, in a future match. Because I don't think one match is going to end this feud. It's not. It's not going to be that easy. I mean, you spent the last month literally watching Damian Priest get dropped in the ring every fucking week. Now, he's taken out some Judgment Day in the meantime and all this, but like he literally has been dropped at the end of the segment every fucking time. So what I see happening as far as this match, I see Finn Balor appearing. In my opinion, that's what I think is going to happen. Now, would I love to see the Demon surprise in? And I think it'll put another level on the match without a question. But I believe the feud needs to go a little further before that happens. That's just my look on
it. I get where you're going at with it, but there's that part of me I disagree because I think the feud's already there. Like, how can it? In my opinion, how can it not be?
I mean, it's outside of being relatives. It's as personal as you can get.
I was gonna say, if you think about it, it's Finn cost Damien the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
They were once tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're tag team champion, or now Finn is a tag team champion with McDonough.
Yeah.
So you already seen that shift. You seen the look back in the day. So they were already building that feud, man. So it, in a way, it was there because they were brothers.
I can taste what you're cooking. To be fair about it, to kind of steal off the rock a little bit and adapt.
I was gonna say, I'm not saying that the feud's gonna be a one and done, but you could easily, maybe you gotta keep going to that dark side when you're facing Damien.
Honestly, I personally believe Damien. Now, listen, Finn's got so many more matches and so many more days and years of experience than Damian Priest. But the transformation to what Damian Priest was 2 years ago, just 2 years ago, to what he is now, fucking insane, dude. Like, Damian Priest is going to be a legend by the time he is done. That's my opinion. I believe that guy's
he can stay consistent. Honestly, bro, if he can stay consistent and healthy.
Yeah.
If he can, injuries are going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, if he can stay healthy for the most part, but he can stay connecting with the crowd, as long as this regime's in, as long as TKO is running the thing, I believe they're listening to the fans.
Oh, no doubt.
So as long as he can keep connecting with the fans one way or the other, good or bad, we're going to get something.
I've got Damian Priest pulling off the win on this one. I don't see. I mean,
I definitely do.
Like I said, we've watched Damian Priest do damage in the ring every week that he gets in the ring with the Judgment Day. But at the end of the day, he's laying left in the ring. Him and Rhea have been laying left in the ring or outside of the ring every single time. Outside of one that Rhea probably spent the rest of the evening chasing Liv around.
But think about it, bro. It's all aesthetics. That's all for aesthetic purposes.
Absolutely.
Of course,
but what that does
a little bit. But when
to the average fan, people like me and you are not average. I would call you and me are on the level of connoisseurs, in my opinion. With the knowledge that we have. But for the average fan, for you to watch that, let's just say for 6 weeks, you watch Damien get off and pop off, and you've seen Damien in a match, and you know he's powerful, but he gets defeated every time. He gets knocked down every time. That is going to build up that underdog mentality coming into this match. And what is a bigger sell as far as the market goes?
I mean,
the underdog winning.
Yeah, but think back and look at it, bro. When Damien's getting laid out in the ring,
yeah,
he's winning matches.
Oh yeah,
he's getting laid out afterward.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or he's running into something they're doing, or he's saving Rhea or whatever.
Yeah, but when it comes to matches, he's winning the match. Look at this thing. Look at his match with Dom.
He won.
He beat Dom, even with Finn getting involved, and then they attacked.
Yeah.
So to me, it's more about you just gotta have Damien take it to that next level.
Now, this is a regular falls match, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But hey, you know what? And I agree with Josh. Rhea Ripley and Damien are better as the Terror Twins than they were with the Judgment Day.
Yeah, I think they're probably twice as over as they were. They don't have that 20 to 30% of the fan base that didn't like them because they were part of a heel faction. When you can clearly see they were like if you're looking at like a a lifestyle concept. Like you got switches and shit. Like they were a switch when it come to being a baby face and a heel. You know, they were literally from week to week bouncing back to being a bad guy, and then in those conversations where they do those vignettes or whatever, they come off as a face, concept. So I'm highly interested in watching this program between Judgment Day and the Terror Twins. Realistically, I'm watching it come. I'm can't wait to watch it to come to fruition. And like I can't argue with what Josh says. I mean, they have literally become a joke since Rhea and Damian left. Dom to me, I believe the same idea we talked about months ago. Dom will eventually shift away. I believe Dom will shift away. I also believe McDonough and Finn will go away and stick together, but they'll also separate in a manner of speaking. And I think McDonough will have, but I also believe they're going to keep on to those tag team titles because I think that's still, I mean, not for long, maybe till the end of the year. Because I don't.
Fuck that. I see him losing them by what? We got Crown Jewel after this.
Yeah,
I see it. If not beforehand.
Now, who would you put it on?
I don't know.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's going back to tonight SmackDown. I swore the tag titles were gonna change hands tonight. It's like fucking time.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a Street Profit night. I thought the Profits were up tonight, bro.
As soon as DIY told Montez to jump off I said no, they're not gonna win it. Because he's gonna jump off, crash into him, it's gonna bang him up, and it's just gonna lead to one of the other two teams winning. Now, at the same time, to just close off on that match, I was okay with that because from beginning to end, it was a legit match. There's no DQs. Everybody was using their full extension of what they can use. And the rest of the Bloodline didn't get involved, which was fucking fantastic. I think it was the first match the Bloodline has had that nobody's gotten involved since Roman Reigns' matches. And there was only one or two of his matches that nobody got fucking involved.
Hey, speaking of that, I love that they're letting Jacob Fatu talk.
Dude, that was nice.
I love it. Like,
you know what it's doing? It's starting. It's the next step to the dissension of Jacob Fatu from the Bloodline.
I'm not, bro. He started, and I'm like, oh, look at this motherfucker carrying Solo Sikoa. This man's carrying the tribal queef.
Love it.
Like, bro, I've watched Jacob's past promos, and the dude is lit.
Oh, dude, I ain't watched his promos like in-ring promos from his other companies that he's with, but like everything that he's got on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok as far as the reels of him cutting promos in the fucking streets or in some back alley or some shit like that. Like he cuts fire ass promos.
Bro, like
and I'm sure his bloodline actually stole something from him because Yeetville dog walked somebody's bitch ass, and that's a very famous comment by Jacob Fatu. I've seen it about 20 times in different promos.
I was gonna say there's been a few promos I've heard that come out, and that's gonna be fun, bro. Dude. But we'll get more into detail on the Bloodline. I want to stick with Judgment Day for a second.
Okay.
But we're gonna swap to who we talked about real quick.
Yeah.
Dom, Rhea, and Liv. I think this is the match I'm looking forward to the most, man, because, bro, it is going to be epic.
I agree. I mean,
I think it's funny that Dom is getting his ass whooped by Rhea. But I kind of agree with the post I seen the other day. She's kind of toxic if you think about it.
Very much so.
He's trying to get away from her, and she's just whooping his ass left and right. It's kind of fucked up if you think about it. But
it reminds me of a relationship I had.
We get Dom hanging above the ring tomorrow night in the shark cage like we predicted.
Yes, we did.
And it's for the women's title. Who wins this, bro?
Rhea.
You think so?
No, I don't. Actually, I immediately felt in my heart, damn, that didn't feel right. Because I really think that particular portion of this Judgment Day Terror Twins feud, that shit ain't gonna end at bad blood. I don't give a damn. The only way it does is she leaves Liv Morgan in a pool of blood. But I just Dom's been around the industry for a long time, since he was a child. Rhea and Liv can honestly learn a thing or two about the business from the guy. I believe he is going, huh?
Are we turning Dom into the Godfather with the hoe train?
Bro. Really? That's fucking insane. You just came out of your mouth with that. I love that.
I mean, and I mean, no disrespect to Rhea or Liv, man. Like, I hope, honestly,
no disrespect to the Godfather.
Yeah, but it for what that was, bro. Could we really get Dom walking out like this?
That would be fantastic. Dom as the new Godfather. That's fucking great. But at the same time, going back to what I was saying, like, I believe this particular match between these two ladies, like, it's either going to be completely insanely over the top, which I would love. Everybody watching the show is going to love. But I just like, there's so much hate between those two ladies. And I personally think, kayfabe or not, they don't fucking like each other. Personally. I mean, you look at their personalities. I mean, if you follow either one of them, you on Facebook, you can see their individual personalities come out a little bit, because they become a little bit more free on social media. But I feel like, look, I feel like they can't. It's hard. Like, go back to Alexa Bliss, the same type of wrestler as Liv Morgan. Stature, very petite, is very pretty athletic, real pretty. I think that it suits her character better for her to not lose to Rhea right now.
Okay. Bro, I like your take to it, man. Like, there's nothing about that is wrong.
Yeah.
Except, what if Tiffy cashed in? I know it ain't happening. I know where this is going.
That's like the only caveat that I'm thinking about. Maybe she cashes in and takes a shift over.
But think about this. She cashes in, beats Liv. Rhea doesn't even beat Liv. Tiffy beats Liv.
Right.
Or Rhea gets pinned by Tiffy. Then it's Liv going after Rhea because you cost me my championship. Then they both go after. Well, Liv goes after Dom because you didn't help me. And Dom's getting his ass whooped. Dom's getting his ass whooped from like 5 different angles.
Now let me ask you this: based off of the split that we saw with them being so like split now, as opposed to how they just floated back and forth before, do you think they're going to allow her to do that or make her stick on? Because they've already had. No. The Money in the Bank, they can go to either brand. That's right. Let me shut up.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
cancel what I said. Yeah.
I was waiting on you to finish. That way,
yeah, cancel that, because like that Money in the Bank is a different thing. You can challenge any competitor that has a belt.
Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble are the only 2 things that they have
that split brand.
That you can go after any champion. The Royal Rumble, you can go after any champion on all 3 brands. The Royal Rumble is the only one that you go after the main champion.
Yeah.
The Money in the Bank is actually open to, you can go for any championship on any brand. You get a tag team partner, and you can cash in and get a championship.
Yeah.
Like, That is, I love the fact that they have that.
And that keeps Tiffany and Nia on the same page as far as characters.
Yo, but
I mean, it also separates them because you have one on one show and one on the other.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like, it could be easily, hey, the Queen and the Princess are ruling, the WWE women's division. Like, you could do that.
She ain't gonna keep using that Queen moniker too fucking long. Let me tell you about that.
But
maybe look, hold on. Hear this out. Hear me out. You just painted a picture for me, right? You got Liv and Rhea, and you got Tiff coming in. She cashes in. She's over here now, right? All right. So you got the Queen, right? Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
And she's been using that Queen, not the Queen of the Ring moniker. She's been using the Queen moniker and leaving Queen of the Ring out. What happens if Charlotte comes back? Let's just say at a title match and busts her ass after she wins her title match at Crown Jewel.
Or cost her a championship or something.
Yeah, or cost her the championship or something. And she takes out her vengeance on Nia because of that. Maybe because look, Charlotte Flair is bound to come back any moment.
I was gonna say there's been rumors that she's been spotted.
Well, she was in the Performance Center. She was in the Performance Center like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say that she was spotted taking bumps in the ring at the PC.
Yep.
So
yep.
You could almost see it, and you know what? I wasn't gonna really bring it up yet. I was gonna save it for the vignettes to continue. But what about the Motor City Machine Guns, bro? Alex Shelley and Chris Sabian.
Wow.
WWE bound.
That is going to be serious.
You know what comes to mind? Damn, bro, TNA is taking over.
It is.
But also at the same time, that is a lot of Bullet Club.
You just stole what I was fixing to say. I'm like, look, that's Bullet. That's more bullets coming in,
bro. That is a lot of Bullet Club.
Does that? I mean, think about that. Just throw this out for something to think about.
We a Bloodline and Bullet Club beef at one point, and yet 2 members of the Bloodline would be with the Bullet Club.
Got a topic for next week's show, and we're gonna start building it here with this thought. With everything we know about factions and groups, in my opinion, the NWO was the baddest faction to ever be in wrestling, right? That was my general opinion. Now, that's semantics. Yours could be different, but as using it as an example, because of all the talent that has been built, and continues to be built today through the Bullet Club, should the Bullet Club be labeled as one of the best factions of all time? Think about that and hold that to next week's show, because I want to make that a topic and really go into that.
Answer right now.
Fair enough.
I don't necessarily consider Bullet Club a full-fledged faction. It's more of a group. The NWO was a group. They weren't really a faction. They were just
what is your definition of a faction? What is your definition of a faction?
Bro, at least 4 to 5 people. Not 8 dozen.
Dude, the NWO had like 7 people. Now, when they began, it was only 3 of them.
Are you kidding me? When did you stop watching? The NWO at one point had 77 members with what they topped out.
I was just saying, like, more than 3 or 4 people is a faction.
That's a faction. At least 4 to 5 people is a faction.
Okay.
Anything more than that is a gaggle. Well, okay. I'll say 6 because you do got the Wyatt 6.
Okay.
And if you had Bray here, you would have a 6-person faction. I could go with that.
Okay.
Like, I would not be opposed to that part.
Now, is the 4 Horsemen a group or a faction?
That's a faction.
Okay.
Absolutely a faction. The NWO started out as a faction, turned into a group.
Yeah.
The bloodline.
Let's hold that. Let's keep that topic because I like that. I like where this conversation can go, and I think we should use it as a topic.
I know, but think about it though. At one point, the NWO got so massive.
Oh yeah.
That it turned into two groups.
Yeah, they split the Wolfpack and the
and at one point, when you had those two NWO group factions, they came back together as two different entities.
Yeah.
So would that make them one faction or two?
To me, that makes them the best faction.
No, don't. Not to me. I mean, in a way, yes, they were probably one of the greatest factions.
It was either them or the Four Horsemen for the top for me.
I was gonna say, like, if you talk factions, like you could easily talk Generation X, NWO, Four Horsemen, the Rascals.
Yeah.
Like if you'd have kept the Rascals together, of Benoit, Perry Saturn, Eddie, and Dean Malenko, like if you'd have kept them together and not disband them,
insane.
The talent alone that was on that roster or on that group, hands down, bro, would have, bro, they'd have beat the Four Horsemen.
Oh yeah. Oh,
prime and prime, bro. If you'd have had both the groups, like hands down.
Because the weakest link in that faction was Perry Saturn, and Perry Saturn was not nothing to fuck up with.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and if you call that a weak link, bro, that's
pretty fucking good.
Yeah, like to me, that's fucked.
Perry Saturn was a beast.
And in my opinion, the weakest link, in my opinion, is honestly would have been Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
Because if you take his legs out, bro, he can't high fly. He had more of the luchador style to him.
That was a tough ass Mexican though, bro.
It was though. I agree. Just like Rey Mysterio, bro. And
think about it, bro. You feed off the people you surround yourself with. You said this pre-show, and it's some other conversation. You feed yourself off of people you're around. So like,
yeah,
like he was around. His best friend was fucking Chris Benoit, and Chris Benoit was the Wolverine.
Well, and I get it, but if you look about it and you go into it, yes. Yeah. It would have been Eddie Guerrero because he didn't come into his own really until later in the like when he passed, bro. He was really getting that prime, in my opinion. Yeah. Like he was just hitting that, bro. He got all of his technique in. He's got all that work in. He's got the demons behind him, bro. Like he focused. Until he pulled all that together, bro, he was that weak link. He relied a lot on the comedy aspect.
Hey, I literally am just realizing, sorry to interrupt, and this is a real quick tidbit before we get back on to what we were talking about with Bad Blood. I'm literally listening to Morgan Wallen right now. Play live.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you could hear the crowd screaming like that we just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm actually out for the fans. I'm actually outdoors doing my show right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got about 10 minutes because I'm about to be Bear Grylling the fuck out.
Yeah, that's why I tapped on the wrist.
Oh, it's okay.
I noticed the time. Dude, with wrestling, it's not hard to get off subject. It's very easy.
Baker and Hulk walked out Morgan Wallen. God damn it, bro! Why did you know, Josh? Thanks. Thank you for pointing that out because what the hell, man? I could have went the rest of the night without knowing that because now I want to kick Baker in the nuts.
What did he say?
Baker and Hulk walked out Morgan Wallen. Like, for real, now I want to kick Baker in the nuts, bro. Now my quarterback is going to be playing next Sunday. By the way, you can catch us this Sunday at 11 a.m. We were still going to semi-do a game day, but I'm going to break down that loss that we had against the Falcons. And we're going to be
call it a
talking
post-game show.
And we're going to be talking a little pre-NFL action as well. So tune in on Sunday at the Plunder at 11 a.m. for our pre-post recap, review, preview. I'm not sure what I wanted to call it, bro, so we just threw it all together. And it all
Bitch
stuck.
session?
Yeah, there we go. Time to vent. There we go.
Yeah. Venting Sunday.
Venting Sunday, absolutely. Now, that being said, back to Bad Blood. There's some big names being talked about this weekend, man. And we're going to get into it.
Okay.
Actually, we'll get into the next match. Women's Championship. Nia versus Bayley.
Nia. I think there's a good fucking feud that has gone on for years with those two. But let me back up. Let me back up. If Tiffany Stratton is to turn in her briefcase.
I was about to say, bro.
If Tiffany Stratton turns in her briefcase and takes this title, then I will have to go Bayley. But if Tiffany Stratton is not, and she's over here, and she just doesn't cash in on Nia herself, I think Bayley will lose that match, that style of match. I believe, though, without Tiffany in the picture, but if Tiffany does this first, depending on which match is first and what they have in the rotation, like, she could literally help Nia win and then turn around and cash in later. Or she can cash in, but come in and help Nia win. That's the tricky part about that.
I see Nia talking some shit and telling her, hey, you better go cash in somewhere else. And Tiffy's saying, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And cashing
maybe
in.
Maybe a conversation they have pre-show in the locker room or something where the camera catches them or they're doing an interview or something like that.
I think that conversation she had tonight with Tiffy.
That one right there was.
I personally believe that might have sparked something.
That could have been the idea that she needed to take tomorrow and utilize it to get her belt. And I look again. We go to actually her holding the belt. I think she's going to be a great champion. I think she's got ultra talent. But getting back to the Bayley match, I'll tell you what, just to give you a final answer without stipulations per se, I'm going to have to go Nia.
I'm going to go Bayley, and I'm going to say this. Think when Alexa Bliss had that title or that Money in the Bank and Nia Jax had that championship, think about how that went.
Okay. I see where you're going.
I have that feeling being replayed. Because why not?
I can see that.
You easily squash that Nia and Bayley beef. You easily turn it into a Nia and Tiffy beef. Bro, that's money right there.
I agree.
Hey, and Mela is money, right?
Sure is, bro.
Yeah, well, it's Tiffy time. Now, this one should be ending a feud. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell.
I got Drew McIntyre's blood all over the fucking ring.
As much as I hate where Drew McIntyre is going on this, bro, I agree with everything. Man, he literally might drag CM Punk's fragile ass around the fucking ring. We could see CM Punk thrown off the top of the Hell in a Cell.
Bro.
We could have CM Punk easily DDT threw that Hell in a Cell into that mat.
Bro, you just stole one of the best matches in history.
Hell, bro, how do we know this ain't gonna be Cactus Jack Triple H 2024?
Holy fuck. Like, honestly, this probably for me is the match I'm most excited for because I want to see the finality. I believe it's the finality. I think it's going to be over after this. I wanted to say, look, I wanted to say CM Punk is going to feud with Seth. I mean, I did say CM Punk is going to feud with Seth Rollins as soon as it's done. After Monday night, that changed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was saying it's so good seeing Seth Rollins back, man.
Dude, that got me so fucking jacked. But getting back to this, Drew's power is what's going to take him over the top in this match. Drew's brute force is what's going to win him this match. But I think CM Punk has enough experience to win him this match. And I think after everything that's happened to him being left on so many floors, bloodied by Drew McIntyre, and then for Drew to take the bracelet, and then in the end, he shattered the bracelet. I just feel in my gut that you're going to hear Cult of Personality scream out loud when it goes ding, ding, ding.
You might be right. You know what, man? You might be right on that. Like, it's hard to bet against CM Punk on this.
It really
is.
It's
so easy, bro. It's so easy to bet on Drew because think about it, man. Like,
it is
a lot. Now, something I just thought about.
Huh?
What if AJ Lee shows up, man?
Shut the front door.
It is shut. And locked.
Like, bro, insane to think that. Like, if AJ Lee came into play, Drew McIntyre don't stand a chance in fucking hell. Because if you think CM Punk can be fucking devious and evil, AJ Lee is one nasty little cute chick. And I'm trying to be respectful because I don't need no clamor back or no clap back, as they say. Because that chick was nasty.
And like Josh is saying, man, that look that Punk had, bro, selling that hatred.
Yeah.
Like that's top notch.
Dude, he was like every promo he's cut in the last 3 weeks has been fire. Fire.
He still cut some fucking fire promos, man. I will give him that.
Absolutely. I think that was probably his best skill.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say he's a bad wrestler, but his best skill is the promos. He is fucking fantastic on the mic.
And shout out to Josh, man, for tuning in and participating tonight. Check in with us tomorrow night, man. Right here on the Real 88 page. You can.
Josh is a big fan. He follows me. He follows us on the Plunder. He actually pointed out a post in one of the wrestling groups about the final boss and where he's going to be this weekend.
Absolutely, and we're about to get into that too. So I want to say, man, shout out, come check in tomorrow night and see how your picks are doing, man. Because I see the comments, man, and I'm seeing you chiming in, and I appreciate it.
Oh, no doubt. Absolutely, much love. I told, and just goes to everybody, anybody that likes, comments. I don't care if you agree, disagree, you don't like what our opinions. I don't give a shit. The fact that you take time out of your day.
Holla at us.
Yeah, no doubt. The fact that you take time out of your day to spend time watching and listening to us, whatever the opinion is, I told him personally, and I can speak honestly for this as well. I can't thank the fans enough and really show my appreciation in any form, to how much that means, even as little as we are right now. And if you keep on to the train, if you stay on the train's going to stay on tracks, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it, we're going to be there, and it will be because of you guys. Josh, it'll be because of you. Ben, it'll be because of you. Vernon, it'll be because of you. All you guys, all you girls, everybody, it'll be because of you guys.
Like, and and it's dope because like even our wives are one, they'll tune in for us that, to give us that. And it's cool knowing we got those people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%.
And you know what we're gonna do? Also, shout out to Matt Grisham for, GOAT TV.
Hey, nice shout out, Josh. Nice shout out. Make sure you clip this part. Make sure you clip this part so we can send it to Matt.
Oh, he tagged him in the comment too.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, sir. So let's get to the main event, man, while we got just a few seconds or a few minutes left.
All right.
Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns tagging together. Sounds weird.
Yep.
To face off against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. I acknowledge Jacob Fatu.
All right.
Now,
breaking news, if you haven't heard.
I was going to say, before you get into that, let me say, and I know what you're about to say too, let's keep in mind, Jimmy Uso is on his way back. Jey Uso don't have anything going on. I can see, even with the title, my man being the man with the belt. Then you get The Rock is in Atlanta for a football game. Huh. Just happens to be right down the street. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, ain't he supposed to be on game day?
I believe I believe so.
I believe he's the guest picker tomorrow, I want to say. I could be wrong.
So, wait, where's game day at?
I'm not sure. I haven't kept up with it this week. I was kind of out of college football last week, so I didn't see a lot of confirmed shit. I didn't really pay attention to college last week. I was preoccupied. I did watch the Georgia, the beginning of the Georgia game that wasn't a game, and then I stopped watching, and they made it a game and still lost.
All right, Josh is chiming in, man, and thank you again for doing this. It's in Cal. So, I was going to say, maybe you get a Pat McAfee appearance, but I don't know if you'd get that. And
yeah, I don't think he'd be. I mean, he could. A plane flight's only a couple hours cross country.
Yeah, and I agreed. I could see Pat and Rock, flying together. Real quick, though. I got some beef to talk about with this. Pat McAfee not getting to be around while game day is around. How can Joe Tessitore still do his stuff with ESPN Weekly or CBS Weekly, but yet Pat McAfee can't do it? Because Joe Tessitore is on SEC on CBS.
Fair enough, but let me ask you this in a serious but yet stupid manner. How many fucking people watch that fucking shit compared to how many people, literally, the billions of people that watch Pat McAfee show? I think his show is a big part of the reason. I mean, you think about his daily show. He's got 5 days a week he does that show, and that's, 4 hours long? That's a massive show.
No.
Then he has to cut off and go. I think it's just a lot.
You really think Pat would be like, hell yeah? I have a feeling it's ESPN going, yeah, we can't have you doing all that.
And that's a very likely option. Because they're uptight as fuck at ESPN.
I think he's breaking the mold. They're still uptight, but I think Pat is breaking the mold. But, it kind of blows me away. Like, I could see Pat being that type of dude to be like, hell yeah, I will call some fucking wrestling.
Yeah. And let me rephrase that for you. I think you need to correct it. He is not breaking the mold. He is becoming the new mold.
Actually, yes. He is becoming the new standard.
Absolutely. And it's a fantastic standard. He brings a more grounded base and normalcy to commentary.
I fuck with what he's doing. I love it.
No doubt. But this match, dude, let me say this. coming back in, you talked about The Rock being in Atlanta, and then you got Jimmy Uso, and look, they're not going to keep Jimmy Uso away for much longer. And there was that cryptic conversation or cryptic post from Rikishi a couple of weeks ago about Jimmy's health or praying for Jimmy. So maybe, nobody knows what's going on. There's been no word after that.
I don't think that has anything to do with his health.
I don't think it did either. I think it
had everything to do with the fact that he's healthy and niggas ain't brought him back yet.
And he's stressing.
I think
because you know how much shade Rikishi's been throwing at WWE.
Listen. I don't think he's throwing shade, bro. Maybe this is just Rikishi being a troll.
Okay, I can make sense of that. But for this match, I mean, first off, I'm still trying to swallow weeks later Cody Rhodes in Roman Reigns' first match back. He's tag teaming with the guy that beat him. That's just fucking new, bro. That's new shit. That's never been done, in my opinion. For my recollection, I should say. Because, that's insane to get by. Now, I think tomorrow night is going to be the first match that people that aren't very familiar with Jacob Fatu, they're going to get exposed to Jacob Fatu tomorrow.
I think this is going to be the match that brings Jacob Fatu to the forefront of what they were afraid of a few months ago. And that's Jacob Fatu overshadowing Solo.
Now, that being said, you go back a few weeks ago, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it started there when Cody called out Jacob Fatu, said, "No, motherfucker, I don't want to face your ass. I want to face that guy." And he pointed to Jacob. And Solo was like, "Nah, fuck that." And you seen the confusion, and then the frustration, a minimal amount, although, and then he went back to that good boy mentality and acknowledged Solo. But this match, by the end of it, this is how I see it coming out. I see Solo and Cody winning, or Solo and Jacob winning, and I see it being because of Jacob Fatu, and I see the dissension literally form in front of our eyes tomorrow. That's what I believe is going to happen. I believe in some form, throughout interference or whatnot, Jacob Fatu will shine in that match, and it won't push him to the top, but it will give the perception that something is shifting.
So my thought, you get Cody and Roman winning. Because, bro, ain't no fucking way you get Roman's first match back as a loss, along with your WWE champion losing in the same fucking breath. Ain't no way.
Now, do they have to lose, or can they just get beat the fuck up and win by disqualification?
What do you mean?
Like interference. Could they win by disqualification but still get stomped out at the end of the fucking show?
Okay. What I got is Cody and Roman winning. I got Jimmy coming back in that process.
Uh-huh.
I got Jay also being a wild card for that moment. But bro, you could get Zilla Fatu as well if you want to toss that wild card in.
Zilla Fatu, I read an article. I don't know how factual it is because I didn't read all of it, and I was walking down the road, and it was hard to read and walk on my phone.
I was going to say, just real quick.
Didn't he just sign? Wasn't there rumors him signing somewhere?
Not that I've seen, but the rumors I'm hearing is he's going the same path that Jacob did.
Okay.
Where he's missing ML or his independent events or canceling independent events.
Okay.
But that being said, you got Jimmy coming out.
Uh-huh.
Then you get Cody and Roman winning.
Right.
You absolutely get The Rock coming back after that. Like, legit, at that moment. And yeah, you get a beatdown. You know, or maybe you just get a
I can
stare
see that
off.
because you
Like,
get Tama
you
Tonga and
get,
Tonga Loa come in and help the bloodline. Then you got two people, so you naturally with the Jimmy thing coming back, you don't want him facing one person. So what does he do? He comes in with his brother because his brother ain't got nothing better to do. So they come in, they contain Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, and then that enables Roman and Cody to take over the match, win the match, and then probably as the last ding is ringing on the fucking bell before Samantha is actually done announcing the winner, The Rock's music pops on. I could totally buy into that.
I mean, you get The Rock
But
coming
let me
back.
say this. Let me say this. Who does The Rock focus on when he gets in the ring? That's a big question.
I mean, time out real quick. When you get The Rock coming back, you get that little face off, bro. It's easily like leading into Survivor Series, War Games. He ain't gotta focus on one person. He told Cody he's coming back. You easily get him to turn around to Roman and, you know, I once acknowledged you, but you became a bitch and went with the enemy. How do you lose and join the winning team automatically?
I can see that.
Bro, it's
Mike,
you're easily whispering for fucking WrestleMania, Rock and Roman.
yeah.
And I believe it's Rock and Roman for the WWE Undisputed Championship.
Okay.
I don't, and we'll get into that on next week after everything. Actually, we'll get into it tomorrow on our post show.
Good.
But for what's next for Cody Rhodes, it is going to involve losing the WWE Championship.
It's almost time.
Not necessarily that it's almost time, but this is the part of the story that
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
you could
It's
easily
almost
get
time.
you could easily get him to lose it. And Cody's easily better chasing the championship than he is with it.
No doubt. No doubt.
So you get him to chase it again to get into that main event at WrestleMania in Vegas. So maybe you get a title match night one with Cody involved, and night two you get Rock and Roman.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I mean, hell, bro, maybe night one you get triple threat, Rock, Roman, Cody, championship. Night two, you just get Rock and Roman.
Honestly, dude, I can see Cody losing the title in a triple threat match with Roman and The Rock. I'm just not sure who comes out of that match on top yet.
And I like what Josh is saying, bro, that we're crybabies, alluding to The Rock calling us all Cody crybabies. You know, it's not necessarily that way. It's cool. I love that they did the Cody crybaby thing. But think about it, bro. Are we really crybabies, or are we really just wanting our own story? Like, are they just putting out our own story? They're listening to us.
Yeah.
So again, man, we'll end it there. We'll get ready for Bad Blood. I'm gonna go get ready to rage at the Ritz for Bear Grylls and Vastiff.
Absolutely.
But we will be back tomorrow following WWE Bad Blood. We'll be recapping it. We'll also be talking about what's next for Cody Rhodes. Because I agree with Josh, bro. The next two PLEs, that's it.
Yep.
He'll get it back. He'll become a multi-time WWE champion.
Yeah.
But it's time to take it off him for a minute. Maybe he goes and chases the World Heavyweight Championship. Writes his own story.
I mean, if you think about it, since he came back from that pec injury, he's been burning it for 2 solid years. At that point.
He has, man. You know, maybe you give him a little bit of time off. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, before we get out of here, I want to say something very, very quickly that's very personal to me, and it's very near and dear to my heart. I kind of experienced a lot of people. I've seen a few people that's been affected by the storm Helene that came through. Listen, I don't care if it's $1, I don't care if it's $50, I don't care if it's a can of soup. If you in whatever city you're in across the nation, I don't know if about the world. I mean, you can even volunteer. You can donate money wise. Locate the Salvation Army nearest you, or excuse me, the American Red Cross nearest you, and give something to help these people out from Pinellas County all the way up to the Carolinas.
Yeah, you know what, man?
There's over 1,000 people missing in North Carolina.
Listen, even if you can't get the Red Cross, there are so many fucking organizations out there right now. I'm seeing so much shit from like my old neighborhood in Pinellas County in St. Pete.
Right.
You know, seeing Gulfport, seeing St. Pete Beach, bro, Clearwater, seeing how they're all coming together, seeing how restaurants, you know, who can't reopen are turning into.
I actually saw Edge. Edge has a place up in North Carolina. Edge was out of power. He didn't have water. He didn't have internet for like almost a week, and he got his video out. He told it in front of the video on the reel. Because I follow him on Facebook. He actually said in the beginning that it was today when he posted the video, but it didn't go live. It didn't really send because their Wi-Fi is shit out there, and he's in the mountains. Yeah. But like, and they're safe and everything. But like, even Edge, a guy who's got billions of dollars, like everybody needs help right now in this involved with this. So if you can give anything,
natural disasters don't give a fuck how much money you got.
They don't give a shit. So my final thought: if you can donate anything, do that. I lost my home in Hurricane Michael. My family was shifted in Hurricane. Excuse me. I've gone through a lot since Hurricane Michael. All right. And
all that shit aside. Most important, bro. What I get, what you're going at. I'm gonna reiterate. Reach out to anybody, man. Hug somebody, love somebody, help somebody.
Yes, amen.
It ain't got to be the Red Cross. It ain't got to be. For me, it ain't got to be Wounded Warrior.
Spill compassion out of your heart. Spill it out of your heart.
Like, shit, it ain't got to be money. If you can, people losing their fucking homes, bro, their entire livelihoods. If there's something you can give them,
give them.
Like if they got when they got a place, if there's shit that you can give. I love that there's landlords opening up vacant places. And giving these people places, bro. Like, I love the fact that the communities are coming together to do this shit. Give back.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
all right, well, I don't want to hold you up any longer, brother. I want you to go headbang. Love it.
Yes,
see you tomorrow night.
Why y'all looking so stupid? Y'all better get with the movement.